Hello, Stampers. Danny Garola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona. It is 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That means 5 p.m. Pacific, 7 Central, and 8 Eastern. Am I right? I hope I had that right. I've recited that in my head for many, many days now to make sure I, could present that to you guys. Okay, I see quite a few of you popping in here. Hello, Mom. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Peggy. Who else did I see? Oh, yes, good evening. So for some of you guys that are on my personal page, you saw that it was my husband's 40th birthday. So we welcomed him to the 40s Club. That's what I told him. I said, so you can't call me old anymore because... So I'm 5 years older than my husband, just getting real here. And so he's picked on me. Oh, look at these hairs. Woohoo! He's always picked on me for being, older than him or whatever. And I said, well, you know what? You married me. But anyways, so I told him, I said, so now you can't say, oh my gosh, you're an old lady, or you're in her 40s, da 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 da. Because welcome, partner. You're here right alongside me. So yeah, we took off. Hello, Frida. And so we took off to, my mom came over and watched my daughter for us last night, and we went into town and we went to this restaurant called Contiki's, and that's where we had my son's 16th birthday also. But we had a good time. They have pretty good drinks there. Last time we were there for my son's 16th, my husband had ordered a mojito and drink, and I'd never had one before. Being a bartender, I had never had a mojito before. So I ordered one last night. Woo! I'm not a drinker. So that one mojito, I was sitting there and I told him, I said, well, hello, Lois. I said, I don't think we can leave yet. And he goes, why not? Because we took my car, so I drive my car. So I told him, I don't think I'm ready to drive yet. And he said, are you kidding me? I said, no, I'm really not. He says, my goodness, lady. He says, you're such a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. I said, see, I'm a cheap date. It's awesome, right? Jeez. How many people can you take out and only buy them one drink and they're already feeling pretty good? Well, that's me. So, he didn't even feel his. Hello, Rhea. So I told him, well, I felt mine, so it's okay if you didn't, get anything. But he's one of those people where he's kind of not entrepreneur, but what's it called? Somebody who likes to taste different kinds of alcohols. Like when they had a scotch tasting, he'll go and then he gets to find out all these different kind of scotches, and his favorite is vodka, so he likes to try all these different kind of vodkas. But at least he's the guy that he doesn't prefer the super expensive stuff. He actually prefers, when it comes to vodka, because vodka is probably his favorite, but he prefers just the big huge bottle that they have at Costco, and it's like $15. And so I told him, well, hey, at least you're kind of cheap on that you're not wanting this super expensive. Because how many of you guys have been to Costco, and especially during Christmas, they have that big dragon in that big, hard plastic case? That thing's like $150. Well, there can't be very much alcohol in it. Hello, Chris. There can't be very much alcohol in it because the thing's only this big around, and it's a dragon. I mean, it's more fancy than anything, but I'm not a fancy kind of girl. It's not my thing. So, or wait a minute, they don't call it fancy anymore. It's called bougie. What a word. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Kay. So that was kind of my excitement for the weekend. Not much, but hey, it's my excitement. So we don't really do a whole heck of a lot. I live pretty far out from, well, not super crazy far out from town, but enough that I don't go into town all that often. And I just don't like being around the crowds of people. I'm just not that way. I would rather be at home where I know that everything is, set my way, and Just a thing. If we have anything to go to, since my husband does his filming, he goes to a place down here. I can't remember the name of it. The lighthouse. I don't know. It's some glass house or something. It's some movie theater type thing where they actually have their screen films. That's what it's called. The screen room. That's what it is. And they actually show their video or their films that they've made with their his film actors workshop or something like that. And they show the movies that they've made there, and they rate them, and they give them different like scores, I guess you would say, that they can say, okay, well, this one's good enough that it can be sent off to, you know, wherever, and then see if a producer will pick it up, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So when we were driving through town last night, he goes, you haven't been there in a long time with me. And I said, well, yeah, because I just don't come downtown, because it was so busy downtown Tucson last night. I haven't been downtown in quite a while, but when we were coming through, when we left the restaurant and heading home, we went through downtown, and it was all lit up, and there were people all over the roads, and I was like, it's a Sunday night. What are people doing? And he goes, you obviously haven't been to town very, you know, often, because it's always busy like this downtown. I said, oh, okay, well, that just shows how much I pay attention and how often I leave the house. So, okay, well, that is about that has happened in my life. So let's get you guys flipped around here and talk Stampin' Up! Business, because that's what you're all here for. Okay, so hold on. Don't get sick. I'm going to flip you guys around. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. I know my little banner thing isn't all that well seen, but as long as you guys aren't just staring at my shirt down here, because sometimes I get it too low and then you're staring at my clothes. So, okay, a couple of things that are coming up or that have still been in rotation of this beginning of 2022, crazy as that is. We have our January Safari Celebrations. This is our current paper pumpkin. This will end February 10th. Right now is a great time to get your, hello Patty. It is a great time to do this in a prepaid, because then you're going to get your celebrations items. So if you buy either the 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month prepaid to your paper pumpkin, that will qualify you for celebrations items. So in the way you do that is over in my store. The link is right here in the description of this video, or you can go to dannygarola.stampinup.net, go to shop, type in paper pumpkin prepaid, and it will take you right to all the things and show you all about that. Okay, so the one that is currently running right now, it says, answer the call of the wild and your creativity with the Safari Celebration Paper Pumpkin Kit. Escape the ordinary and explore the outlands on the artistic adventure filled with amusing animals, beautiful botanicals, and a world of fun. So it says this month's playful party-themed kit includes all the supplies you need to create 9 cards and coordinating envelopes, an uplifting stamp set with celebratory sentiments. Make every occasion a celebration with stamps that say, yay, fantastic, and other fun phrases. Paper pieces in color from each of our current in color collections, 2 from our 2022. Is that Miss Willie that I see that just popped in here? I know your name on here is Lou, but I think that might be you. Hello, long time, lady. It says 2 from our 2021 to 2023 in collections, and 1 from our 2020-2022 in color collections. Safari inspired shapes and patterns you'll go wild for. So if you want to, you can just sign up. If you go to the link on here that just says Paper Pumpkin, that will take you and that will just sign you up for just the monthly subscription. But like I said, if you want to get some of those celebration items added on to your Paper Pumpkin, you can absolutely do that by buying those prepaid. And then they will just send you a code. Then you go over to Paper Pumpkin and you will add that code in, and then it will give you those either 3, 6, or 12-month Paper Pumpkins. Okay? So the other thing that we have coming up, this starts tomorrow, February 1st. This is an early release exclusive. It will be coming up in our May catalog. So our current annual catalog ends on, I want to say, is it the 2nd or the 3rd? It actually ends on the 2nd. Our annual catalog ends on the 2nd. So then our new catalog will start on the 3rd. This kit will be in there, but they are giving you guys kind of an early release to be able to purchase this now. Well, it's in my order, but I'm going to be completely 100% honest with you guys. I'm not ordering the stamp set and I'm not ordering the dies. Not because I don't like it. It's just not something I think I'm going to use. And so for that, it does have some great sayings in it, but I do think I'm going to be ordering the paper. I haven't committed fully yet, but the pins are already in my order because I definitely want to have these in my collection, because there's always that one time that you're looking to color a branch, or you have a little human or a little animal that you need those browns in there. And these are excellent. And so the way you can order these starting tomorrow, and you'll still be able to earn your celebrations items, you can order all 10 markers at one price at one code. The other way you can do it is you can order each pair. So there's 5 pairs. Now they don't come individual because you're going to want these together because of the fact that they are blender pins. You have a light and you have a dark with all of our blender pins. That's how they come. So say, I know you guys have seen me use them. So if you have like a light yellow, there's one that's like a little bit darker. So you can do that shadowing and that blending, and it works really well together. So that's why these come in pairs. So if you don't want them as the full set of them, you can also buy them individually in pairs. Okay, not individual pins. All right, so just wanted to show you guys. I've already added this to the blog that will be going live either tonight or tomorrow morning. That will include all of the dimensions and all the items that I use in the cards tonight. Also, one thing that I do want you guys to know is this is my current host code. So when you go over there to add those things to your cart, and when you hit that checkout button and before you pay, please add this to the host code. It's going to be right up by my name over by the checkout part. Use this if your order is under $150. Now, if your order is going to be over $150, don't put this in there. You are going to now become your own host. You're going to get hostess rewards. I want you to have those. But if your order's under $150, please add this in there. It helps me greatly to be able to keep bringing you guys free, these, giveaways that we do on these videos, and to bring you these free classes every month or every week. Also, speaking of that month, why I had that on my mind, is we have started in the month of January. We did our first one. We did our mystery stamping. Now we are going to do that again in February. And now that I'm looking at the calendar, I think we might be doing it, I think on Wednesday, February 16th is probably when I'm going to get it all put together and hello Sharon, and let you guys know all the items. Hi, kitty cat. And let you guys know all the items and the supplies that you guys are going to need to have. And then I will go live. I will go live on that Wednesday. So I will will put the supplies out probably either Sunday or Monday so you guys can gather your stuff. And then we will go live on Wednesday the 16th and do our mystery stamping. Okay? I'll make sure I circle that so I know. And then know to give you guys a couple of days ahead of time to make sure you're able to get your supplies together. And so Monday the 14th, I will make sure that I have a printout to have everything labeled on it, so then we can go through it together, so I can specifically tell you, you know, what things need to be, you need to have on hand when we do that. All right, the other thing that I have going right now, and I've been talking about this for a couple of months, but I finally went ahead and got all the things ordered for it, is my adhesive kits. Ooh, there's a really bad glare on there. My adhesive kits are ready to go, so let me show you these. These are excellent. So if you ever go to any like card making events, or if you go to scrapbooking, you know, get-togethers, these are awesome. This has everything in it that you're going to need. This it comes with the bag. It comes with a full box, brand new, mini glue dots. It comes with a Tombow liquid glue. I call this our green glue, and you'll see me using that a lot. It also comes with an adhesive remover. So, you know, like when you're making a card, let me find a card here that, that kind of gets boo-booed up with glue, or like when you go to place, see, actually you can see it right there. So that was a perfect example. So can you see kind of that dark smudgy stuff right there on this card? That's because that's it. That was my green glue that got underneath there. Now if I just take, now this is not the one out of this kit, I'm just going to take mine, and if I rub it along there, it removes all of it, because this rubbery thing grabs on to those little bits of glue and pulls them right off. Now, one thing to note is, as you use this and you love it, you're going to want to just pick these corners off, because it does get goobery. See, it gets goobery on the corners. So you want to pick that boogery stuff off, because it just kind of gets in the way. Or sometimes those boogers stick to your card, and that's kind of gross. We don't want that. We have the adhesive remover. I also include a sand eraser. So what is a sand eraser, you might be asking? So have you ever done, when you go to stamp down and it hits the outside edge of our stamp and it leaves like that little mark of ink? This has sand in it. So when you go to rub it, you don't want to rub it and rub it and rub it and rub it for days, because will like ruin your paper. But you just want to kind of put it on there, apply a little bit of pressure, and keep working at it without destroying the paper, because it is a sand eraser. So, you know, eventually you could probably rub a hole through your whole cardstock. That's not the purpose. But it's to just remove some of those little spots. I was trying to see if I had I don't even think I have one that I've kind of messed up, because I try to be very careful, but maybe I'll grab mine out and show you guys when we're in the middle of making cards, to just show you exactly what those are meant for. All right, then I have a full brand new package of the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals. Then I also include the mini Dimensionals, brand new pack. And then you get a clear 6-inch mini ruler. Now let me tell you, these things come in handy in so many ways, because of the fact that when you're going to, you know, measure out your stuff, you can see right through and see your paper at the same time. So if you need to make a tick mark and you need to follow that down, you can see through the clear rulers. I'm big on clear rulers. I actually have my big one that I use all the time. No, this is not Stampin' Up, but nonetheless, it's a ruler. It works. But I am big on clear rulers, so I put one of those in there. And then you get a brand new package of tear and tape for all those projects that you might be making that need to have that extra seal on it. That is good. That's what the tear and tape is good for, because it makes a very, very strong adhesive. So strong that once it has been put together on your cards, you're not going to be able to get it. You can't rip things apart anymore because, hello, Becca, because it will tear your paper. Okay, so that is my adhesive kit. I have posted this on my Facebook page here that you're joining me on. There's a couple different ways that you can pay me. I do PayPal, I do Facebook Pay, I do cash, I do check. I don't care to do check, but it just takes you longer to get the items because I have to make sure your check clears and all that good stuff. And then I will ship that out to you. But it's $35. That includes your shipping and your tax, if you have tax, but I've kind of rounded that all in there. All right. And so the last but not least thing is join my team right now during celebrations. And not only do you get to pick $125 worth of product. Now that's any product that's not out of the celebrations, but in any of our live catalogs. So our annual catalog, our JJ mini catalog, and there's also some things on the website that also are things that were from our June, December catalog that have not carried over into our catalogs, but they're still available. You can add those to your kit. But right now, through February 28th, you are going to be able to also pick 2 free stamp sets. Now, there's no price limit on those stamp sets. So if you, hello, Jamie. So if you have a couple of stamp sets that you like and they're more on the expensive side, save those to do as your 2 freebies and add the other stuff that you want to get as much as you can into your $125 kit. Now that does include your shipping, but taxes will be added to that if you have taxes where you live. Okay, so that is my spiel on all that wonderful stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our first card. Our first card, let me, I need a baby wipe. I put lotion on my hands before I came in, and now I'm kind of regretting it. Because when I got out of the shower, because we live here in the middle of the desert, it has been very, very dry, and it's been kind of chilly. I know I say chilly, and you guys are like, wait a minute, that's tank top weather for what we're from. But to us, when it is, you know, 50s, 60s, we're cold. That's like sweater weather for us. I know, crazy, right? So yes, but it's been very dry. So I had to put lotion on my arms and my legs, and now I have lotion on my hands, and that's not cute because then you can have those oils transferred to your cardstock, and that's, no, we don't want that. Okay. So our first card, we are going to be using the, let me get all these little weirdo things out of here that I had cut. Oh, come on. We're going to be using the Sunshine and Rainbows Designer Series paper. Now, this paper here, let me get the little, where did I put it? My sampler here. This has a ton of papers in it. It has a total of 24 different papers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, 12 sheets, and they are 12 of one pattern. And then when you flip them over, there's a whole nother pattern on the other side. So that, you know, will give you 20 or what did I say? 24 different patterns. We are 56 right now. Woo, that's probably kind of warm for you guys, right? Especially all the snow you guys had. But also under winter storm watch. I did hear that like the eastern side of the US has been getting hit with some pretty crazy snowstorms and stuff. I know I've ordered some items for my daughters through my daughter's schooling stuff. And some things have said that they're going to be delayed because of the weather conditions. So I don't know, we'll see. Also, I have coordinated all the colors that go with this. So when I look at this little sampler that I have here, I can kind of just go in and go, okay, I know I need this, I know I need this, and I know that I need that, and I know it's going to coordinate. Okay, so this is our Sale-A-Brations. Now this cannot be purchased in our regular store. This has to be earned as one of your freebies, but you get a ton of paper for this being free. So if you were going to buy the Rainbow Happiness along with the dies, and then say you added on the punch that also coordinates with it, this cloud punch, you'd be able to earn that paper for free. So just to let you guys kind of know where that kind of stands. Okay, so for this card, we are going to need, let me get out my little book here of my little notes, because I've told you guys that I've started writing all my little cards in here. I know, don't mind my scribbles, don't mind my wonderful drawings here. I am not an artiste. Never ever have I been an artiste, but this is kind of what I do, and we're making a bridge fold card out of this. But I just kind of jot these down so I kind of know when I go to make a card, because otherwise I have sticky notes everywhere, all over the place. My son had one stuck to his shoe the other day, and he was walking through the house, and he goes, "Mom, this has got dimensions for one of your cards on it." So I said, okay, fine. I'm going to start writing it down in a book so it will be all there, cool and collected all together, so it won't get stuck to nobody's shoe. He goes, "Mom, it's like toilet paper." Yeah, well, it's not the end of the world. Okay, so this is 4 1/4 by 8. And we are going to score this at 1 1/4. Okay, 1 1/4, 2 1/2. And all this will be written over on the blog, which is stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. Also, the things that we've talked about, like the adhesive kit, the all together bundle that is collection that is coming starting tomorrow, will be over there, along with the paper pumpkin for this month also. Okay, so 2 1/2, 5 1/2. Oh, this glue, jeez Louise. And then 6 3/4. Okay, so we have 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 5 1/2, and 6 3/4. And that is going to be scored on your 8-inch side. Then for your little bridge piece, this is this 1 1/4 by 5 1/2? It is 1 1/4 by 5 1/2. Hello, Melanie. And then for the panels, you're going to need 4 of your inside piece panels. These are 1 by 4. And so I did 2 of one design and 2 of another design. And as you can see, it's on the flip side of some of these. Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys. This one sheet that comes in here coordinates with this cloud punch. So you can actually take this and you can line this up right with that cloud, and it punches it right out of that paper. Oh, and there's a fuzzy in there. So it's really kind of cool that you can get all these different cloud patterns and be able to punch them right out. It froze. Oh no. Is anybody else having freezing problems? Not freezing cold-wise, but freezing with our video? Because it looks like it's doing okay up here. I haven't frozen on myself. Surprise, surprise. Okay, then the next piece that we're going to need of the designer series paper is 2 3/4 by 4, and then a piece of basic white. at 2 3/4 by 4. Yes, the video, not the weather. Absolutely. Okay, so what we're going to do with this is we are going to grab our bone folders so we can then start folding these in. So this is, if I forgot to say that, this is thick basic white. I'm going to go to the 2 inside ones and I'm going to fold those in and make sure I crease those down really good. Hello, Kay. I'm glad you made it. Okay, I'm going to take those ones going in towards the inside of the card, and now these ones here I'm going to move back out. So it's almost going to be kind of like a little accordion, and so this one's going to come out on top of itself. And bridge folds have been around for quite a while, so I'm sure you guys have probably all seen them and have maybe your own ways of making them. Okay, this is that panel. Look at the back side of that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just love this paper. Okay, that's going to go there. And I think I'm going to do... Should we do the pink on the front? Oh my goodness, if I could hold this. Or the yellow. Oops. I think I kind of, oh my goodness, that's a tough one. I think I'm gonna stick with, of course, the pink, because why would I not? Okay, so I'm going to adhere this down. Now, silly me, I didn't realize that I didn't have to cut this panel here, because this is supposed to go on the back side, and I wasn't even thinking that my card base is already white, so I don't really need another white on there unless it's just to give it some more integrity. You could actually, you know, put it on there if you wanted to, but you don't need to if you're using a white card base. So ding dong. Okay, and then I'm going to do the yellow. Oh, my glue is starting to... So then each one of these little panels go on these 2 flip sides here. It's so hard when I see how pretty the other side is and I'm like, oh no. I hate putting glue on there and making it where you're not seeing it. But that's when you have to pick and decide what side you want to be seen, unless you can come up with a card that can see both sides. Because I know there are some out there, but that's not this card. Okay, so that is our card. Now the really cool thing about this, and I'll show you that as soon as I'm done here, this is going to go on the front like that. Okay, but let's decorate this. So what I was thinking is I needed a piece of scrap white. I could use this, but I already have a scrap here. I just don't know if it's going to be big enough or not. So yeah, I'm going to use this piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my little rainbows that are in here and kind of just decide, hello Cheryl, and decide what colors I'm going to use. So for the big, it stuck to me. For the big one, I have to come in with my big block, and I don't think that one's going to work. So I need to use my E size block for this big one. And I think I'm going to come in with, let's use some daffodil. Or hold on, let me see the colors. I can come in here and I can look and I can say, that's that pale yellow. So that is So Saffron. So let's grab a So Saffron. And I'm going to use that for my big part of the umbrella. Or umbrella. What the heck? Rainbow. Yes, that is... Jeez Louise. I tell you. Nowhere near as an umbrella, but where my mind went, I have no idea. All right, then it looks like we have some Pool Party. So I'm going to grab Pool Party. And use the second one. And you know what? I'm going to grab my foam kerosene mat here and place underneath this since I am using photopolymer. And then this just gets laid. And the way that I lay these, because there are going to be gaps in between them, they're not going to fit exactly on top of each other. I watch my bottom of my rainbow to make sure that my bottom pieces are aligned. And once I stamp this, you'll see what I'm saying. See how there's a gap in between there? It's supposed to be like that. This is not a perfect rainbow. Okay, then I'm going to use our magenta. Magenta Madness, because that's this pink color here, and that was the next color there. For this one. Okay. Ooh, isn't that pretty? And then for our last little bitty one, it looks like we need to have some, what is that? It looks like that is, I think that's Petal Pink that is in that one there. Okay, so we'll use Petal Pink. Is it Petal Pink or Blushing Bride? Nope, Petal Pink. Because we want our rainbows to match here. So I'm going to grab Petal Pink. Okay, and stamp that. And there's some really cool, fun things you can do with this. So if you wanted words in this, if you were going to just use that, you can. We have the saying that says, sending you a rainbow of happiness, and it fits on the second from the largest, so coming down, I think, right? I think it fits on this one. So the second one in, which is the one that I have, that's Pool Party. You can either stamp this in a darker color and stamp it right on there, or you can stamp it by itself as your second color there. We also have this one here that are these little line marks that fit on this one, or you can use it by itself. It's really neat to add kind of different colors on these. And like this, you could do like the Misty Moonlight, this dark blue on top of that Pool Party, and it would just kind of give you a little bit more depth to that rainbow. But what I'm going to do, and I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I think if I go like this, I can cut out each one of those, maybe not colors. I was hoping I could, but that's not going to work. Well, okay, so I'm not going to do that. I was going to use that, but maybe not.
Sorry, could you say that again?
Oh. I had her on Do Not Disturb, and she decided to think that she needed to talk to me. Okay, so we might need... Oh, my goodness. Those all just fell out. So maybe we're not going to go this route. Maybe we're going to go just this route. Change of plans. Look at all these pieces. Now look at this. I've sat here and I've cut out each one of these colors because, did you see that die? When you go to cut it, I was not going to take each color and lay it on there and then try to get them all cut. So when I cut them all in little squares of each one of those colors. So I think we might just go that route, but let me see. Because I want my rainbow on here. And then I didn't cut any pool party. Actually, you know what? Change of plans again. We are stamping on the fly. I don't know, I get things in my mind and then when I go to make it, it just sometimes doesn't work the way my brain thinks it should. As you can see. Maybe we won't use this because that's not going to work. I think we might just cut this out. We're going to fussy cut. So I'm just going to cut kind of across here and across here. Well, I thought I could stamp those out and get those to cut correctly so I didn't have to sit here and cut out all these individual pieces for you guys. I mean, that's what my mind was saying that it would match up, but as you see, my mind played tricks on me. Okay, so, but this will work. Don't fret. We got this. It might just be a little bit bigger than what I was wanting, but it doesn't matter. We're going to still call it good because it's still going to be cute either way. All right, so I think that rainbow, because it matches with that anyways, that looks good. You know what I was, okay. So hold on, I have to show you guys something because I just realized why this rainbow wasn't matching up, because I should have taken this paper right here and then laid this on there, and then I could have cut those pieces out perfectly. So I didn't even have to stamp those, but hey, you guys got to see how that rainbow worked, and that's a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead, because I don't like how big that is on there. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and then I will be right back and I will show you guys, because I don't have any room here to bring this machine over. So let me cut this out really quick, and then I will show you guys exactly what I was trying to do in my head, but that stamp just wasn't going to do it, but this paper will. Again, I love how Stampin' Up, you know, does this for us and helps us to be able to use our dies and our paper all together, like kind of that punch that I showed you that went with the clouds. This does the same thing. Look at that. Hot dog, hot diggity dog. See that? It cut that out perfectly. There's all my pieces. That's what I needed. Granted, they're not the same colors as this, but I think I'm going to case your card base and put the van. Absolutely. That would be so cute, Kay. And if you do that, could you please take a picture of it and post it over on our Pink Barn Stampers group? I think you asked to join, and I accepted your request. I think I put you in there. So yeah, so that's what I was thinking of how that was supposed to work. So there you go. All right, now let's get this out of the way. And then we're going to glue this on here. When in doubt, figure it out, right? Haha. But see, you know, I like it when things like that, yes, I get frustrated, but I like it when things like this happen. Not that I enjoy it happening on camera, but then again, it helps you guys learn also at the same time, versus you guys trying it and getting frustrated and then not knowing what to do. Like, I can do it and it's okay because it's my job. But for you guys, it's one of those things that you may not have all the materials that when you do have the things that you do have, you don't want to waste them. So it's kind of nice to watch and learn from somebody else's, I wouldn't say necessarily mistakes, because it's a learning tool. Okay, so there we go. That's what I wanted to see. And then I needed that. That's why I got this piece of scrap out, is because I'm going to use the, I have to decide if that's going to fit on there. It might not. So let's see. So I'm just going to do the little cloud in white. Now you do have other little clouds on your dies here as well. And you have a really cool little border piece. I don't know if I've showed you guys the other card that I made, because I think this is the first time me using this set with you guys. I was thinking I had that card sitting here handy, but apparently I don't. It was one of my swap cards that I did for my virtual swap. And I guess I'm not going to find it. Oh, shoot. I have a virtual swap card somewhere that I made that could show you guys how that border worked. And this thing right here is super cute also. If you were to cut this thing out, and if you were to do it in different colors, you could, it's like a tag. And then you do the colored little pieces up there. So if you did it in blue and then maybe in pool party, and then you just put the little pool party pieces in there, it'd be really super cute. It's kind of just a little tag. And this sentiment right here fits perfect in this. So just to kind of show you what that little piece is for. And this is excellent for making shaker cards, this big piece here, because you can put different color shaker bits in it when you're making a shaker card. Okay, I can't get that thing in there right now, so we're not going to worry about it. So I think, I'm hoping that this will fit in there, and it may not. So we're going to find out right now. It says, a little something to brighten your day. I think I might actually be able to fit it right there in that cloud. Or, let's see. Oh, see, I got a little goobie on there, so we're going to grab our adhesive remover. Where did I set that in? Okay. So either we're going to put this kind of coming off the end here, like the rainbow's coming out of it, or, you know, I like it going this way. But hopefully I can cover up that little smudge mark, because I don't know what that's from. And I'm going to grab my Misty Moonlight. Oh, this might be too much information and you guys might hate me after this, but so you guys know that I live on a little farm and we raise our animals and we eat our animals, and I don't eat my chickens unless it's absolutely necessary. So we don't typically eat chickens because I can buy chicken at the store and my chickens are my pets. But we do have goats out there, and we do have a cow that we have raised strictly for beef. Well, he heads he gets to go over the rainbow next month. There we go. We'll say it like that. That sounds a little bit not so gross, right? Okay, so that I'm going to put on later because we're going to pop this thing up, and that might have been just too much for you guys to know, but hey, keeping it real around here. I'm going to put this right up here. So I'm going to flatten that out when I lay it down on this side, and then I'll bump this one in when I go to put it. So just like this, I'm going to lay that one down. Can you guys see, am I in frame? I'm going to push this piece in, and then now it'll lay flat on there. So then I make sure that my piece is staying flat. And then I'll just put some glue on the back of this. Now this could be one of those ones if you want to use tear-in tape to make sure that it's not going to go anywhere. I'm pretty sure it's not going to come apart, so you'll be okay. Okay, make sure that stays down. Then your card sits just like that. And isn't that cute? But wait, there's more. We're going to add this little super cute, what did I say that thing is? A cloud. Whoa, words are hard today, I tell you. I guess words are hard for me every day, but today just seems to be especially hard. Okay, just like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so now we have to add some few blings because it needs a little something something. Now this card kind of reminded me of my daughter because her room is done in unicorns. And of course with unicorns you always see like little rainbow things. So when I was kind of thinking of this card in my mind, it was kind of inspired from her bedspread that she, or not bedspread, but her sheets that she has that has rainbows and unicorns. I know there's not a unicorn on here, but the colors just reminded me of her stuff. Okay, so I'm going to use, I think these ones will be cute. Yep, I like those. Oh, we have one that is hitchhiking here. We'll use it. Put that one right there. And then grab my, take your pick. And I want a big one. Well, maybe that's not going to work. And let's put this one right up there. It almost seems like it needs something right there, but there's not really much else that I can put there without making it look goofy. I think it works. And then we need one more little one. Oh, maybe two more little ones? No. And we'll put this one maybe right here. There we go. Isn't that cute? But hold on. I want to show you guys that these bridge folds work perfect in an envelope. So let's do, actually we should probably stamp our envelope. I don't know if that's going to be too big or not. Yeah, that's going to be way too big. Okay, so we're not going to do it that way. Maybe do it this way. I don't know if this will fit. Ooh, that might be cutting it. But, ooh, I think it can work. No, I'm not going to do that. Nope, we'll do paper. See, I'm full of it today. I don't know what, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm doing. It's that, you know what I can blame it on? It's that Mai Tai. I'm still feeling it, right? Can I do that? Can I blame it on, or not Mai Tai, mojito? Can I blame it on that still? I can say that. No, I can't do that. I mean, that would be a really, really strong drink if I'm still feeling it. Especially to be one drink. Everybody and their mother's brother would be going to that bar. Okay. We're going to add this. Did you guys just hear my cow? He knew I was talking about him. He just mooed. thought maybe you can hear him. He's out there mooing. I think the wind just picked up out there, so he was letting us know. Or like he heard me. He's like, no. So I told my husband, I said, so, and the crazy thing is my husband's a butcher. So he's going to be doing the processing of this cow. He has a name, and I know everybody says you never name your food, but we do. It's just a thing. I told him, I said, that's going a little too far. I don't think I could, like, butcher. I mean, I can process chickens. That's okay. But as far as our cow that we've raised for the last year and a half, yeah, I don't think so. But I told him, power to you. If you can do it, then that's awesome. Okay, so look, this thing can even fit perfectly inside of a card, which makes this even more fantastic of a fold, because then when it comes out, it bing, it just pops right back up. Now, the recipient might need to, fiddle with it and get it straightened out, but you can either fold it this way, you can fold it this way, but nonetheless, with the measurements that I gave you, which was the 4 1/4 by 8, it will lay flat and be able to fit into your envelope. Okay, so that is card number 1. So let me get this stuff moved out of the way. Now, you guys, I'm saving the best for the last. Now, it's probably one that you guys have probably seen because, I mean, it's been around. I've seen it kind of in rotation for a while, and it was one that at our team meeting, it was presented. But I thought, nonetheless, you guys have to see it because I love sharing these things with you guys because maybe you haven't seen it, but you need to. So let me get these things cleaned off really quick so I don't throw anything in there. Get these out of the way. Okay. All right. That's done. Okay, so for this next one, I am using the paper that is called Artfully Composed. It is probably one of my most favorite papers because I absolutely love the colors that are in it. It is very kind of jungle looking, very tropical, amazing. Like it reminds me of like Hawaii and, or being at the beach and being around like the flamingo. I don't know. It's just very tropical to me. And so I'm going to be making a card with this. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the paper be kind of the focal point. I will be putting an element on the card, but our paper is going to do kind of the work for us on this card. But yeah, this paper is absolutely stunning. You've got some of that Calypso Coral in there along with the Just Jade and some Evening Evergreen. And you guys all know how I feel about Evening Evergreen. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful paper. So with this card that I'm going to show you, it doesn't take a whole heck of a lot to make it, but it is going to be very stunning, and I think you guys are going to love it. Okay, so I am using the Open Weave ribbon in Pale Papaya. Get all my pieces out here. Okay, and I have just a regular white envelope, and then I'm also bringing in the linen thread. And you only need one of these, but I cut out 2. Now these are the tailor-made tags dies. These come with, you get 4 of each style of tag, and then you get these little pieces that can go over the top of it. Let me see. Did I just make a card with that? Again, geez Louise. Is it one that we made last week? I don't know. Again, I made a card using it, and now I don't even know where the heck it is. Ugh. Story of my life, I tell you. I've got cards coming out of my ears, and I don't even know what I have going on. Okay, well, if I find it, I'll show it to you. But yeah, there's these little things that go over this to reinforce your little tag hole, especially if you were going to use these for like gift tags. You might want to put this little piece over it, especially if you're putting ribbon, so it will just enforce the hole of your, you know, tag, so the ribbon doesn't get ripped off or doesn't get pulled off of the wrapping present or whatever that you're going to use. Oh, here it is. Here's the card. This is what I wanted to show you. See how I have it up here in the top? I put this gold circle. Now these tags here are this style, and I just used one of these little circles. I used that in gold and put it at the top of that card to enforce my gold ribbon. Just to show you that. Oops. Okay, so we are using Evening Evergreen. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to fold it in half, and that will give us a 4¼ inch card base. So we have 4¼ by 5.5 card base. Now this is going to actually be turned landscape style. Our next piece is 4 by 5¼ which is going to be laid there. Then our next one is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch smaller of that pale papaya. Then we're going to do some business to these tags. So this is going to be the pale papaya one. Now the ones that I used for this is I used the second to largest for this size, and then I used the second one up from the smallest for this size. Now the reason why I cut 2 of these just in case I fail on my stamping. So we're going to use on this, I think we're going to use Thank You. And I'm going to stamp that in our Evening Evergreen. And I'm going to stamp that sideways, just like that. Okay. And then that is going to go on here, but it's going to kind of be shifted just a little bit. Not a lot, just a hair. But let's get this put away first before I stick my finger in it. Like a sticky spot on my desk. Okay, and see the one that I picked here that has the old olive, it has that just jade along with some of that pale papaya to bring that out of there. Okay, that's going to go directly down on there. And then that's going to go on that. Maybe I won't off-center it. Maybe it doesn't need to be off-centered. But that's going to get attached to that. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to cut some of this stuff off first. Okay, so I'm just going to take this and pull this through here. And I did it a wee bit too long, but that's okay. So that's going to be like that. And I'm not tying it or doing anything yet. And then I'm going to do the same thing for this next one. I'm going to just pull it through, and then you'll see what I'm going to do in just a second. Okay, just pull it through just like that. And preferably get it straight. Just like that. Okay. Then, once you have those on there, you have 4 different pieces, right? You're going to take your linen thread, maybe, and get it out of the bag. Just take some of that off of there. And then I'm just going to tie this around, not tight, just like a loop around it, so that holds those pieces in place. To just kind of give that an extra little element. And then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to shorten these things down because they are crazy long and they don't need to be that long. My daughter is being extremely vocal in there. I'm sure you guys can hear her. Okay, just like that. And then that is going to get popped up onto dimensionals. And you know what I just realized? I forgot to show you guys the back of that other card where you would write your sentiment. I mean, I know I showed you kind of in the beginning, but I didn't put anything on it. Okay, so just like that. And then that is going to go right on the front here. Kind of down towards the bottom-ish, I guess you would say. There you go. So you can see a lot of that paper, but then you're just bringing out, you know, those colors that you really want to have pop on that card. Now let me get a card base to go in here since I forgot to cut one. We need card base. So 5 1/4 by 4. And then we need a little strip of this paper. So we're going to do this at 1/4 or half actually, just like that. And then that is going to be at 5 1/2 because that's the, or no, 5 1/4 because that is the length of our, and I forgot to cut another piece for the envelope. I'm going to cut another one of those 1/2 inch strips. And that will be for our envelope, so I need that at 6. My little banner fell off my trimmer here. So that will be at 6, since I know that's the length of my, actually not a full 6, but let's see here. That is right there at 5.5. Okay, so now we have a piece for our envelope, which I'm going to put down here at the bottom, just like that, to make our envelope pretty. Since we didn't do much stamping on this one. But just know, this card can be done with like all sorts of papers. This could be done for Christmas. This can be done for a birthday card. It could be done in so many different varieties, because I'm sure you guys all have stacks of designer series paper. And I'm not just saying Stampin' Up designer series paper, because we all know you see a sale at Michael's or at Hobby Lobby or any of your craft stores, and you got to swoop up that pretty paper, right? I know you guys probably all have tons of it. Throw some of these cards together, grab yourself these tailor-made tags, and you will be throwing out cards left and right. Not throwing them out like garbage. You're going to be throwing them out in the mail to all your peoples. Fly. Where do these flies come from? I swear. Right when I start a video, they start hanging out. Do I stink? I just got out of the shower. Come on now. Okay, and then this is going to go in the inside of our card, and that says thank you on the outside. So let's see what our stamp set. Sending all the hugs. I like that. If you say thank you, I'm sending you all the hugs. I wonder if maybe the flies like these super bright lights. Because I do know, like when you get a fly in the house, how they hang out by the windows. Do they like the heat? Because I know this light that's up over here, it's actually one of my husband's studio lights from his movie stuff. It gets really warm when I'm sitting here. That's why it starts making my nose run, and I start getting like hot flashes under this lamp. Okay, sending all the hugs. And then this little piece, I got hair everywhere. And then again, that's going to go across the bottom there. Hey, kitty cat. Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Yeah. Do you guys talk to your cats? Or am I the only weirdo that talks to my cats? It's funny though, oh, look at there. I almost stuck that on the wrong side. That would have been bad. Talking to the cat and not paying attention. This cat, seriously, like when you talk to her, she is one of our original cats that we first got. Or when our original cat, when we first moved down here, she was probably about, oh God, I don't even know how old she was. My daughter just turned 21 this year, and we got her when my daughter was 1.5, 2, and we moved down here when I think my daughter was in 6th grade, and then she lived probably about another 4 or 5 years after that, the cat did, and she was probably about 3 or 4 when we got her, and so she was our original cat, and then my son got this cat for his birthday, but you'll talk to this cat. Here I go on my rant, my ramble. This cat, you'll like go meow meow, and she says meow 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 meow. Meow. She like my cat's the only people I have to talk to. I'm telling you, I mean, I have other people to talk to, but you know what? My cats don't argue with me. Did I just say that out loud? Well, it is true. They don't. I mean, they can get a little feisty. Don't get me wrong. Hello, Ellen. They can get a little feisty. Don't get me wrong. And we have this one cat, which is actually the cat that you hear back here. It's her son. And he was meant to be my son's cat. And he was in my son's room for the longest time as he was a baby and growing up. And then he finally decided he needed to go outside. So, he now comes in at night. My cats are indoor, outdoor cats. They go out during the day and typically come in at night. But the one that was meant to be my son's, he is the biggest love. And I am not a cat person, but I have fallen in love with this cat. His name is Grover. He sleeps in between me and my husband's pillow. And my husband hates it. He goes, I am not going to roll over and have this cat's butt in my face. But guess what? The cat gets to stay there. Okay, we're not talking about cats. We are making cards. So here is this card number 2. Isn't that so cute? I love that paper and I love how this turned out. But you know what? We've got some bling to add to this card. Now we could either come in with this evening evergreen. I know, I tell you, I can go on and on and on for days about things. I get on a tangent and I just keep going. As you can see, I don't have too many people to talk to. So when I get on here with you guys, I just don't shut up. And you're not even talking back to me, just imagine. Okay, so we could use these evening evergreen, or we can use some of the pale papaya. But I kind of think that, look how pretty that green is. Here, let me put something white back underneath there. This green right here is just gorgeous. And look how that sparkles. I think we're going to use some of those. Oops, if I don't lose it. Put one there. Put one down here. And then another little one. Maybe right there. Is that too much? Nope, it looks okay. But look how those sparkle on that. And it just kind of brings some of that green back up to the front. Okay. So that was card number 2. Now we're going to do some winners for last week's cards. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. So the way this works is the cards that I make tonight, the ones that we're making right now, will be in the giveaway for next week. So the only thing you have to do to be entered into the giveaway is by liking, sharing, or commenting on this video right here that you are watching on this Facebook Live. You don't have to be live to do these things. You just have to be on the Facebook Live, because I know some people will see this later from YouTube. And don't get me wrong, I do go over and I do look at the YouTube, but it doesn't show me like who likes it. It doesn't tell me anybody's names, or, you know, I do see who comments, but for the most part, this is during the live or on this live video. So if you're watching from a later day and you see this video, just know that you have until, today is January 31st, so you will have until February, what is it? February 7th to like, comment, share this video to be entered into the drawing to win one of these cards that I am making. So let me get this cleaned off and get it out of the way, so I can have some of my blocks back, because I'm so excited to show you guys this last card. Okay, move that, move that. and then bring the stuff over for the last card, but do our winners. Okay. So for card number 1 is this card here. This is the one that we put that little pink heart on the front, and that was using Blushing Bride. And now you'll untie this. We did not add anything to the inside because it says you're cute. Now, what you put in this for Valentine's Day, if you don't want to put a Valentine's saying in it, maybe it's for somebody's birthday. Who knows? I don't know who you're going to give it to. But just, I wanted to keep it very like neutral, that you could use this for whatever you want to use it for. My little thing got tweaked here. This goes to K, Wirrer, W-I-R-R-E-R. And I think I saw you on here. Yep, you are on here. So this is coming your way, K. Ooh, look at that. I made a rhyme. Okay, so that's coming to you. All right, and then this card right here. This was that little front flap one that, that is so easy to make, and you're only using one piece of cardstock as the back because your main focal is this little like flap card on the front. You could use this as your place to write what you need to write on, or you could, write in here, but if you need a bigger space, just know that you have the back of the card. This one goes to Frida Alsip. Okay, congratulations. Then card number 3. I love this one. I love this with this crumb cake on here. It just kind of adds a different element to a Valentine's card. It says, the best kind of friend is a friend like you. You are always in my heart. So this is a good friendship kind of Valentine's card, so it doesn't necessarily have to be love. This one goes to Patty Rutledge. Oh, look, you just said yay, Frida. So this will be coming your way. So very cute. Like I said, I really like the crumb cake and how it kind of just pulls apart from all the lovey-doveyness. So I will get those. I'm pretty sure I have all of your guys' addresses. I will get those in the mail to you guys. Put my little tag up here so I know which card goes to who. And it helps if I put these back in the correct order. Okay. All right. So now on to our congratulations, you guys. Okay. So our next card that we're going to do is called, now you guys may have seen these and you may have thought, oh my gosh, those are super like duper hard to make. There's no way I would ever be able to learn that. Well, you know what? I'm here to prove to you that they are stinking easy, but are so darn cute. You're going to be making the heck out of them. Okay. I also have, I picked this stuff up. I don't remember if I got it off of Amazon or if I picked it up at Walmart. It is just these little thin, clear fastener Velcros. They're these little tiny, tiny circles. They're 3/8 of an inch. You can use whatever Velcro you choose. I just like that these are very thin and very small, that they don't like add a lot of bulk to your card. So we're going to be using those. Okay, you're going to need 3 pieces of cardstock, any color of your choice that coordinates with your paper. These are all 4x4. Okay, now what you're going to do with these, and you're also going to need 2 pieces of your designer series paper. Now, I kind of went back and forth on what side I was going to use for this paper because it is just so darn gorgeous. Now, this paper comes from our, what is it called? Daffodil, blah, blah, blah. Daffodil Daydream, or Daffodil Afternoon. Daffodil Daydream was the stamp set. And that is right here, and I will show you that also. This paper is so gorgeous. Again, I love all these colors that are in there. But we are using this one right down here because I love these little green hearts on there because we are, coming up on Valentine's Day. Not that this is a Valentine's Day card, but it could be used for that. All these very beautiful kind of lush, foresty, I wouldn't say tropical, but just, again, very springy kind of colors. This would make great Easter cards because of the daffodils. It would also make really good Mother's Day cards, which Mother's Day is coming up in May. Even though that seems like a long time, it's going to creep up on us faster than you can probably blink. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take these these 4x4s, and we are going to score them on the diagonal. So it doesn't matter which way you do it, because the diagonal is diagonal and these are fully squared. So line your two corners up and go down just like that. Grab the second one. Do the same thing. And then grab the third one, and again, do the same. And I'll show you the other one that I made also when I'm done with this one. Okay, and then you're gonna grab your, these are did I tell you guys? These are 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. So they're just an 1/8 of an inch, just a skosh smaller than your 4x4 pieces. These you're going to actually take in here and you're going to cut them. Okay, just like that. Oh, wait a minute. Did I cut that one the other way? Trying to remember which way I cut that one. Not that it's going to matter, because you'll see the way this thing gets folded, it doesn't really matter too much about the way that that gets cut. Okay, so what you're going to do is now take these and really give them a good crease, because this is going to be opening. So go back and forth with them and crease them both ways. Ooh, my desk needs some serious cleaning here. I can feel the little glue goobies on there. Oof. I've been sitting there working on my computer today. I don't know why I didn't feel that. Ugh. Yuck. Oh, and this color is Pear Pizzazz. Okay. So the way this is going to work, again, let me look at my picture over here, is this one is going to lay this way. Then your two with your diagonal folds are going to set. So you're looking at this one like a diamond, right? And your fold is down the center of that. And then this now looks like a square with your score mark going side to side, going diagonal. It's not going straight like a diamond, it's going square. This piece is now going to get glued right on the front of this. And then this one is going to be squared as well, but with the line going down the center this way, it's going to go over here. So the way you're going to glue this is you're going to see your little score mark. I don't know if this green was the best color to use, but you're going to see your little score line right here. Bump this paper up right to that score line so this piece will still be able to move. And same with this one, you're going to lay it right there also. Okay? Okay, so take this, and now when you're gluing this, let me just give you kind of a little hint on how to glue this. You're not going to glue the whole thing, so what I do is I kind of just hold my finger down here because I know that's where the bottom of that is, and then when I rub glue on here, I rub glue on the piece that I'm laying flat, and then I can just rub the glue on here and make sure that I'm not going below where that bottom flap is going to be. And then I'm going to bring my corner right up to the point up here. Okay, just like that. And then same with this piece. I'm going to leave that right there. So I'm going to put my finger down here to make sure I don't put glue past my finger. Okay, and then now you guys can see that there's kind of this little gap in between here. That's where my score mark is, so this part can still be flexible. Because if I was to bump those two pieces directly against each other, it would be a little wonky for this to be able to move. Okay, so now the way this is going to go, let me see. It doesn't really matter, but we're going to go this way with it. Let me look at my other one. Okay, I had my triangle in the center. Okay. Do I want to do it that way? So there's a couple different ways to do this, but we'll just keep it this way. Okay. So this folds together and it makes a teepee. This is called a teepee fold. Now when you take your paper, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to attach my pieces here, here. Oh, see, these are backwards. And here. Okay, see how that works? Okay, and you're just going to have a little tiny bit of that green being seen because, like I said, this is just 1/8 of an inch smaller than your green. So I guess you might say that today's projects have been kind of more paper driven. I guess I didn't mean to necessarily have it be that way, but now that I'm kind of looking at these cards, they've been kind of very focused around our designer series papers. I know I did the rainbow on that first card, but the rainbow was cut out of our paper. So I guess still. Ew, get away from me. Okay, so that's going to go like that. So the way this folds is so you've done your pieces on the front. So when you bring this around, this is going to fold like this, and it can go either that way, or you can bring this around and have it fold this way. Now, looking at my pattern, I don't care for this one being in the front. I would prefer to have this one in the front because it looks like they're facing down. So that's the way that I'm going to go with it. My other card, I did it the opposite way. Doesn't matter. They can open either way. I mean, it's a card. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my little Velcro pieces here. And since I'm going that way, I'm going to take the negative and stick the rougher negative piece right to my soft piece, and then pull them both off together. And then I'm going to place that right on the corner here, just like that. And then I know when I go to fold this card, it's going to attach right where I need it to on the inside of this card. So that's how I line those up to make sure that they stay together. Because now it'll line up every single time I go to shut it. And then that stands like a little cute teepee. Okay, now let me make sure I get all these things put back together again, because I got to keep one side going one side way and the other one's going the other way, because otherwise they would get stuck together and be a hot darn mess. All right, so now to decorate this, I am going to, and what, let me show you guys. So what you guys can do also is take this piece here. This is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. Now this is a very vanilla. I'm going to cut it in half also to make a spot. Actually, hold on. Whoop. Slow it down. Hold on. I gotta get a sentiment in there. And that stamp set only has Mother's Day and Easter. So hold on a second. Special moments, maybe? Yes. Thanks for brightening up my day. This is also a Sale-A-Brations item. This can be earned for when you spend $100. And this is one of those stamp sets that I think everybody needs to have in their collection, because it's got all different kinds of sentiments in it. You've got sympathy, you've got hang in there, for a friend, for I couldn't wait for a special occasion, for someone who is wonderful each and every day, happy birthday, brighten up your day. Just a card to say you're amazing, congratulations. So where would I be without a friend like you? I think we're going to do just a card to say you're amazing. Now to find it. Oh, right there. Now with these new stamp cases that we have, I mean, I guess they're not all too new, but kind of sort of. Some of you guys may have not have seen these, but our new cases now come with the wording on the inside. So when you take these off of those little sheets, you can now stick your stamps right to the inside so they stay and they're not sliding all around, falling out and all that good stuff. So what I'm going to do with this really quick is I'm going to bring my pad in and I'm going to grab Mossy Meadow this time, and I'll show you why in just a minute. Now let me see. If I cut that, no, hold on. I think I do need to cut this first. I haven't done an inside yet, but I'm going to. And you guys get to experiment with me. Lucky you, right? All right, so I'm going to place this one here. So see, if I would have just done my stamping first, I would have really jacked that one up. So I need to move this and hold my two triangles like this when I lay them down, just like that, and then do my stamping. Now this might be a little bit fiddly, but I think you guys can handle it. Then I'm going to say, you're amazing. Yes. Okay, now watch. Watch. Now when you go to put these in here, you're going to lay again right against that edge. Okay, and then this one is going to go right there. Okay, and then this one, like I said, is going to get matched up. We're playing the matching game. It's like a puzzle. Just like that. And then when that folds, it will still be able to go over just like that. But then your words will still be on the inside. And you'll still be able to see the inside of your card. Isn't that cool? Okay, but let's decorate this really quick. So I'm going to use a piece of Very Vanilla. Or I'm going to throw it on the floor because that's always fun. And then we're going to use, I'm using this piece right here because we have to have it fit on the front of this. So I needed somewhat of a smaller stamp. But let me grab my bigger block here really quick. Okay, just like that. I'm going to grab Memento. Hold it for a second so you make sure that gets a good, like, oh, see, I shook it at the bottom. Darn it, I thought I did that. Make sure it kind of marinates into the paper. That was the word that I was looking for. Now, I could also use the Mossy Meadows to stamp this also to give it a little bit more green look to it, but I'm already using Memento. Okay, there we go. That's better. Now we're going to use this die right here. Now, this set is called Daffodil Dream, and then you have the Daffodil dies. This die set is huge. Does it tell you how many come? 24 dies. Now, these each little, I know it looks like a little kind of windmill-like petal thing. These actually all layer together and create an actual flower that looks like a real flower. Like, these pieces are buildable. You're like building an actual flower with petals. It's kind of ridiculously cool. But I'm not doing that today because I will do that in one of the videos coming up soon though. Because I want to really show you guys how that works. Okay, for now we are going to I grabbed my Daffodil Delight, light and dark, and then I grabbed my So Saffron, light and dark, and then Mossy Meadow. So with this Mossy Meadow, I'm going to come in with some of these darks, and kind of where the shadowing is on where it looks like the leaf petal is covering, I'm going to just use the dark. And then come in with the light Mossy and blend those out. Again, I'm using Very Vanilla cardstock. So you can see that your pens will absolutely work on our vanilla paper also. It doesn't just have to be the basic white cardstock. Okay, just like that. Then I need to look in the catalog to see how they have these colored, because guess what? I've never colored a daffodil before. So I don't know how it's supposed to look. And I don't want to slaughter this daffodil and make it look like a hot mess. So let me just look in here. Again, why I tell you guys all, why I tell you guys all the time, use your catalogs for inspiration. Right here, see how I was telling you these dies build the flowers? This is absolutely what I'm talking about. It builds your different layers and it makes it look more realistic. Look at this one that they've used these different colors down here. You also get the stems that are right up here and the little grass pieces. But I needed to look down here to see what I was doing. So I'm going to take this darker yellow, which is the dark Daffodil Delight, and just use that kind of for the underside, like closest to the flower part, to make that look darker. And then a little bit on the inside here. And then I'm going to use, let's see, what is this one? This is light So Saffron. Okay, that's going to be a little bit too light. Dark So Saffron. Maybe I won't use any saffron. Maybe I'm just going to stick to daffodil. Okay, yep. I mean, this looks actually really good if you just leave it without adding the extra color and you just kind of do that darker yellow and then leave it kind of the lighter, very vanilla, especially on this paper. Kind of already makes it look like it's got those colors to it. But hold on, I want to take this and kind of run it underneath, just so it looks like there's some shadowing going on underneath that petal. Okay, now that I'm done with that, and so I didn't use any of the So Saffron, just so you know, I stuck with my daffodil, which is absolutely fitting for the card, right? Oh, you know what? I was going to stamp the butterfly, and I forgot, because I think we need that. So let me stamp this little butterfly. And I'm going to use some, what was the color that was in there? This is Flirty Flamingo, which we don't have. Well, hold on. Do we have Flirty Flamingo? Yep. I'm going to use some Flirty Flamingo. And then maybe some Pale Papaya. Not sure yet. We'll just have to play. I'm going to use light Flirty Flamingo. And just kind of come in here and do these. And then I'm going to use light Pale Papaya, maybe. I think so. Yep, just like that. Okay. All right, now let's use the dies to cut these out. So I need the butterfly, and I need this one here. Let go. So that fits right on that one, and then the butterfly fits here. So let me cut those out really quick. Where did I put my other cutting blade? Oh, it's underneath the thing. The other thing I like to tell people is if you would like to get your hands on one of these big die cutting machines, that's when it is a great time to use that as one of your join items. Because then you can get the machine and it comes with all the plates that you need. So I know some people have purchased extra plates not knowing that the machine comes with them. So I just want to emphasize to you guys that it comes with all the plates that you need. It even comes with a specialty plate for your 3D embossing folders. So they make sure that you get all the pieces that you need. Okay, there's our little bits there. Let's get this card moving along here. And I think we're just going to take this and kind of set it like that. And then take this little butterfly and kind of just have it going up here like that. Okay, I'm going to glue that directly on there. Now, you might think that you could decorate it by opening this up and doing this. It doesn't line up correctly, because if you lay this flat and then you try to decorate this flat, it's not going to line up correctly on here. So I would advise to decorate it with it standing up. Not that that is the easiest thing to do, but it's just going to make your project turn out a lot better than trying to lay it flat. But it's kind of nice because you can tuck your hand up in there and then decide how you're going to lay this. Ooh, this fly. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to put this little guy on a dimensional. Okay, so I'm just going to place that butterfly right up there, kind of like that. Well, actually, he needs to go up a little bit more. Just like that. Okay, now I can open this and see if you were to, would you ever really think that it needs to go like that? I don't know. It just kind of messed me all up when I thought, well, I could just lay it flat and glue everything on there. Well, then I found out, yep, that doesn't work. So there is that. And then it sits like that. So let me show you the other one. I do think this needs a banner across here, so I might fiddle with it. But here is the other one that I made. And this was using the home sweet, what's it called? I used the Bumblebee. Oh, geez. For the love of Pete. Oh, there it is. Okay. So I use this. It is the Blessings of Home and the Honeybee Home Bundle. You can purchase all these things as one collection right over here. You can go right up there and, or no, it's right over here, the suite. It will give you everything that's on this page. So it'll give you both stamp set, both die sets, the embossing folder, the embellishments, these are called the Memories and More card pack, along with the Memories and More envelopes and card bases, and then the paper, and then the doilies. So you can get it all with just using this one code over here. Now, if you order this, it's going to give you 3 of our $50 celebrations items, or you can get one $100 freebie and one $50 freebie. And then that way you're getting three free items when you purchase this. Okay? Just to let you know. And you're going to get your hostess items too. So that's when I say don't use this if your items are over $150, and that bundle would be over $150. So then you're going to get an extra, I think it's what, $15 worth of free product added to your stuff. It's either $10 or $15 added that you get to pick out of whatever you want. Okay, so this is the one that I made with that other set. And see how this has a little banner on here? I'm thinking this one needs a little banner. Let me see. Do I have anything sitting just handy that I can make one? Maybe we can make one out of... I just had... right here. Let's cut some of this off and see what we can do. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch on this piece here, and then I'm going to grab a piece of Pear Pizzazz, and I'm going to do, what did I say? That was a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do 3/4 of an inch. On the Pear Pizzazz. And then now we need to find a, oh, come on. We need to find a sentiment. What did I put on the inside? Just a card to say you're amazing. So we can say, I think you're wonderful. I think you're wonderful. Okay, and I'm going to stamp that in Mossy. But first I'm going to banner one side and make sure I lay that down there in my 1/2 inch. So then when I run that in here, it'll line up. Okay, so there's that. Oops, I did the wrong side. Shoot. Not even paying attention. Okay, there's the banner part, and I'm going to do the I think you're wonderful like this. And then cut just a skosh of this side off, so when I put it inside of here, I can watch what I'm doing when I push this inside. Oh, jeez. Okay. Just like that. Oh, see, and I did it again. But I knew I was looking at that wonky, saying that was not right, but let's see if I can get it to go in here without cutting too much off. There we go. That worked. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing with the 1/2 inch that'll sit right in between there. And then that's going to slide all the way in and then hit the back, and then I'm going to cut that one off. And then I need to see when I put this on here how much I need to cut off over there. So again, cut just a small portion off so I can get that inside of there. Am I doing the wrong one again? Oh, that's right. Okay, just like that, and then this will fit right like that. See how that works? Okay, so let's glue that on there. Okay, so do you guys have any questions about anything that I've used, anything that I've done, or anything on the cards that I have made for you guys tonight? I would love it if you guys make any of these cards that you share your final finished product over on, or your final finished cards or projects or whatever, over on the group, Pink Barn Stampers group. If you're not a part of that, please ask to join and I will get you accepted into that right away. That's where we also share. You have to be a part of that group in order to get entered into our mystery stamping. Granted, mystery stamping is not for a couple of weeks, but I just want to get you guys prepared now to make sure you guys get into that group, that by the time mystery stamping comes up, you guys are already in that group and you're not going to miss out on anything. Okay, let me get a piece of... Actually, I think I'm going to put just this little butterfly on the front of this envelope and then color that in really quick. And actually, I'm going to do a portion of this flower on here. I'm going to go kind of like that. And then take this piece, this little butterfly, kind of take it up off over here. Or maybe going this way. There we go. And then I will take my colors that I used. So I used the Daffodil. Oh shoot, see, I almost messed up. Hold on, you guys. You always want to make sure you put a sheet of paper inside of your card before you start using the alcohol ink, because it will bleed through onto the back of your card, your envelope, because the envelopes are not very thick like regular cardstock, and you don't want to mess up your pretty envelope. Okay, and then I had the light Flirty Flamingo on the butterfly. And then light Pale Papaya. And then Mossy Meadow. That was the dark, and then I'm going to use the light. Oh, so when we were out last night, we stopped at Home Depot because we have a sulcata Taurus, and I needed to buy some potting soil for him to move around in. His dirt had gotten dirty, so you're supposed to buy potting soil for them to live in. And so we were at Home Depot, and I found my daughter, you know, those Venus fly traps. I know I had them as a kid, so I got one of those to sit on her little school shelf so she can see how that works when we're talking about our botany and that kind of stuff for her schooling, because I homeschool my kids. So all right, so let's finish this. I'm going to put this right across that there. Yep, that'll work. Maybe move it up just a hair. What do you guys think? Okay, but we need dimensionals. So we were trying to get, my son was running around the house with this plant, trying to catch the flies, to try to get this plant to eat a darn fly. Told him, I go, don't be mean. I said, if the fly gets in there, survival of the fittest, but don't make the fly. But the flies weren't going in anyways. Okay, so there is the front of that. Isn't that so adorable? I just love these. And as you flip it around, you can see there are, these pieces are not, don't have paper added to them, but if you would like those, you could put another strip of this paper in there as well to color them all. But then when you open this, look how cute. You could even put more white on here before you add your little thing up here, and that could be extra area to write in. So just to give you that option. But hold on a minute. We made this envelope. So you might be saying, how in the world is a card like that going to fit into an envelope? Well, I'm going to actually turn it this way because of our piece that's in here, the way it sits. If you didn't have the inside, it would be able to lay flat, but I don't want to ruin this because since we put it together, that's why I told you to put these pieces further apart. So I'm going to actually flip this card inside out, and it will lay right inside. Well, maybe. There we go. It will go right inside of an envelope just like that. So see? And then that could be mailed just like that. And the only thing that I would advise is whoever you're giving it to, you can either put a Post-it note in here to tell them how to assemble this so they can set it on their desk, because otherwise some people might just go, what in the world is this weird contraption that just showed up in my mailbox? Yes, they're going to see Velcro, but not everybody can put two and two together, and that's okay. That's why we're here to teach people and to wow them with our amazing cards, right? Oh, hold on. Our butterfly needs something. Our butterfly needs a little bit of Wink Estella. That's what we need. So we're going to put a little bit of wink on this butterfly right here, because this butterfly needs to be a little sparkly. Because when we think of butterflies, we think of them just being so... Oh. And hold on, we're going to put just a little bit of sparkle in the inside of that daffodil also. So yeah, so there you go. Very cool. Goes in an envelope. Again, here is the other one that I made. It folds. See, this one I didn't put an inside in because I was just playing with the idea to make sure I knew how to make this thing for you guys. And I had mine fold this way, so it folds to the right. This one I made fold to the left. Either way, they both are super cute and both serve the same purpose, but it lays flat and fits right inside of an envelope. Now this one I wouldn't have to turn inside out because until I put something in here, it's not going to mess with that. So let's see. Did anybody have any questions? Nope. Those would be great. Absolutely. A place setting marker. Absolutely. Yes. Especially if you had, you know, depending on what kind of theme you were going with. Like, say if you're doing Thanksgiving, you could use so many different papers on this. Even a wedding. I know that would be a heck of a lot of cards to make. But, I mean, you wouldn't have to be so elaborate with it. And just think, you would only have to use pretty much like black and white and then whatever color. Well, I don't know. I guess weddings aren't traditional colors anymore. But you guys could have fun with them. You could do so much with them. You could make them on a smaller scale. If you didn't want to do, you could actually do like a 3x3 and then do your piece of designer series paper at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8 and cut those in half. It doesn't have to be this size. So those would make absolutely perfect place settings. Because then you could, you know, they can even put candies in them and fill them up and take them home when they leave. Or, you know, have a, like, especially if it was at a wedding, have your little, you know, how you normally give bubbles out. You can set your little bubbles in there and then just set this over the top of it. And either have like little print labels or whatever with everybody's names on it. If you have a big fancy wedding that everybody's going to have their own names on there. You know, you could do, I mean, sky's the limit. You could do so much with these things. But I just love that they're so out of the box. And what a wow factor to get this in the mail and be like, holy crud. I mean, somebody made that? That's ridiculous. And to most people, myself even, I was like, there is no way in the world I'm going to be able to make this for you guys. And then when I watched somebody else make it, and like I said, she made it for our team meeting, I was actually really kind of dumbfounded, to be honest with you. I was just like, what in the world? Who comes up with this stuff? Because, man, they're geniuses. Because my brain doesn't work like that. Like, you have to show me how to do it. So, yeah. So, there's our cards for tonight. Let me bring in the other ones, because I'm so in love with this card that I just keep going on and on and on. All right, so here is our envelope with that one. I'm just going to set that right on top of there. Here is our envelope for our first. That was our bridge card. Bridge fold. And then we had our really cute little jungle fever here. So cute, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed these cards. Try them out. Have fun with it. And when you do, like I said, we all love seeing your guys' inspiration. I know you guys say you love my inspiration, but you know what? I get inspiration from you guys as well. So please help me out. You know, take pictures of what you make. Put them over on Pink Barn Stampers. It kind of, you know, pushes us to post our stuff, because then, you know, if you're sitting at home and you're making cards and you're never posting them and you're never sending them to anybody, you never get any feedback. So it's kind of nice to have somebody go, oh my gosh, that card is amazing. It really kind of makes you feel good that your work is kind of paid off and somebody else is recognizing. And there may be even somebody who copies cases, is what they consider it, your card. So, you know, some people get upset about that. I think it's, you know, kind of a cool thing to have somebody case your card, because that's kind of showing you recognition, because somebody's taken the time to look at your stuff and wow it enough to make it for themselves. So there you go. All right, you guys, I will see you guys back here. Oh, and that's one thing I wanted to tell you. You know how on Thursday I was supposed to come on and see you guys on the 27th for my paper pumpkin alternatives? I still have not received my paper pumpkin yet. Something happened in the midst of January's paper pumpkin. I know not only because of where it's coming from with the weather and all that kind of stuff, but they actually had so many because of, you know, the celebrations and everything coming up. I think they had so many pre-orders for them that they actually started running out of product. So some of us had to wait for the second round of more product to come in so they can fill those paper pumpkin boxes. Again, I've never had that happen. This is the first time this has ever happened to me. So awesome. I'm glad you guys are buying them. I'm glad you guys are loving them and that they are, you know, flying out the door like that, because they are amazing boxes. And they're your all in one, you know, box kit. They come with everything. So I just want to let you guys know that when I do get it, you guys will be, I'll show it to you guys when I get it, and then I'll try to figure out a day to sit down and do my alternatives for it. So, all right, you guys, have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys back here definitely on Monday, maybe sooner if I come up with some other idea that I can pop on here and show you guys. All right, you guys, thanks for sticking with me. Have a wonderful week. Bye.